Hey y'all, happy quarantine cooking. Cheers. So this is my entry into the hashtag quarantine cooking collaboration put on by Mitch over there at the Kitchen Queers. There should be several channels get in on this, so we'll see what happens. And this is going to be, I'm going to do two different things, and we're going to start with one, then we're going to finish up with the other one. The rules was that it had to be only stuff you had in the house. You couldn't go to the store and buy anything. So, we're going to do some mussels. No, they ain't fresh. There's only one store in town that I can get fresh mussels at, and it's iffy at that, at best. So I keep a bag of these in the freezer most of the year. Terry doesn't eat them, and I like them, so I just keep a bag. And the good thing about these, they're not from Indochina. They're from Chile, so I don't think they're near as contaminated as all that other stuff. This is real simple. It comes in a bag. You just drop it in a pot of boiling water for 7 minutes and they're done. We're going to need some butter, a shallot. I got a half a dozen garlic cloves. We need a little salt and pepper. Oh, I left my parsley in the icebox. I got parsley in the icebox I got to get out. We're going to need some white wine. So let me get all this chopped up, and I got my water getting hot, and we'll come back in a minute and I'll show you how I do mussels. So, cheers. Okay, you ready? Okay, got my skillet warming up. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in here. Don't need a lot. And I'm going to put about a half a stick of butter in there. So we're going to let that melt down and add the shallots to it. So, let the butter get melted and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, my butter's melted. I'm going to add the shallots now. And I've got the fire on a pretty low heat. I don't want to get no color in here. I just want to sweat them down. So we're going to give them about 2 minutes. Then we'll come back and we'll put the garlic in. So let's sweat them down. We'll be back in a second. Okay, I can smell the shallots and the butter. So we can put the garlic in now. And as soon as I can smell the garlic, then we're going to put the wine in. This should just take maybe a minute, maybe 90 seconds. So, be back in a second. Okay, it's been about a minute and a half. So I'm going to add my wine now. That should be enough. Then I'm going to turn the fire up a little bit and just reduce it down. And I'm going to drop these mussels in the water here. And I need 7 minutes for these. So, we'll be back when this is ready. Okay, now at this point I'm going to add a little salt and pepper. And we'll just keep letting that reduce down. Mussels still got about 3 minutes to go. And then we'll open them up and pour the sauce on them, put some parsley in there, and they'll be done. So, be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, I'll open the bags up and dump them in there. You see there's quite a bit of juice in there. You leave that in there because that's flavor. And then we'll add this here stuff and just pour it around. And we'll bring it over to the table and add some parsley to it. And there you go. Mussels Keith's way. Albeit frozen. So just give this a good toss. And Let me get my fork and we'll come back here in a minute for a taste. Be back in a few. Okay, let's see how hot these are. See if I can pick one up. Get your little muscle out of there. Dip in the juice. Yum. Yo, if you've never had mussels, man, you need to try them. Get you some fresh ones if you can. If not, buy this generic cheap stuff in the bag.
Ted, you're noisy.
I love mussels, man.
Well, eat them quietly.
So, let me eat a few of these, and then we'll be back for stage 2 of quarantine cooking. Stuff I had in my house. So, we'll be back in a few. Okay, you can see me and the boy devoured them. It was tasty. So, how do you clean this mess up? Go smoke a cigarette, drink another beer, and we'll come back with part 2 of the quarantine hashtag quarantine cooking video. That's what we're gonna do. Mitch, thanks for putting this on because it's been tasty up to now. So, we'll be back in a few. Okay, back for part 2 of quarantine cooking. Bone marrow. I found these in the store a couple of weeks ago and I put them in the freezer. I think one package was $2.04 and the other package was $2.34. And bone marrow is something we don't get here very often. I don't see it very often at all. So I've had these soaking in salt water for about 18 hours and then poured that out, put cold, clear water in there, soaked them for about another 18 hours. So I just took them out of the water, dried them off. I'm just going to put a little pepper on them. I ain't going to get fancy with it. I got my oven on broil on high, so I'm going to stick that in the oven, see how long it takes till they get done, and we'll come back. And we got some leftover bread from the spaghetti the other night, so we're going to try it on there and see what happens. So let me get these cooked and we'll be back when they're done. This is pretty much a what you call a $10 surf and turf meal. That's what it is. So we'll be back in a few. Okay, there's my bone marrow. So, let's see what we ended up with. Well, there ain't much in that one. Get off of there. Put on a piece of bread. And yum. If y'all never had bone marrow, try it. This would be yummy. So like I say, this is basically a $10 surf and turf meal, in a way. Stuff I had in the house, I didn't have to go shopping for anything. Most of it was in the freezer already. So, that's what we did today. Y'all check out everybody else's videos in this collab. There's going to be a bunch of them, I think. So with that, we're going to get out of here. I'll leave a link to Kitchen Queries down at the bottom. Go check them out and give them a sub if you're not already subbed to them. Mitch, Philip, cheers to you guys. Thanks for this collab. This was a fun one. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.